Royal expert Katie Nicholl advised Prince Harry not to blab in interviews if he hopes to repair the royal family rift. Royal commentator Katie Nicholl has warned Prince Harry must be aware of the conditions as he begins rebuilding his royal connections. The Vanity Fair royal editor explained there are significant boundaries that need to be respected by the prince. In a major step, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle returned to the UK to visit the Queen for the first time since they stepped down from royal duties. Ms. Nicholl identified the royal visit as an effort by the prince to move on from past family differences. "He wants to move on," explained the royal expert. Ms. Nicholl elaborated on the prince's desire to push past the family rift and reclaim his relationships with the royal family members. "He wants to be there at the Palace Jubilee balcony appearance," she confirmed. However, Ms. Nicholl was quick to highlight the prince should be aware his return to royal affairs comes with a caveat. The royal editor detailed how Prince Harry's attempt to salvage his royal connections comes with conditions. She criticized the recent press engagement of the prince and warned this could strain his family ties. "The more Harry blabs on TV, the less likely it is that he is going to be back into the fold," cautioned Ms. Nicholl. "Prince Harry will be extensively tested before he is welcomed back around royal family members." The prince did achieve a recent landmark with his secret return to the UK alongside his wife Meghan Markle. During the trip, Prince Harry and Meghan both met with the Queen in secrecy at Windsor Castle. Speaking of the visit to US network NBC, Prince Harry celebrated the meeting and highlighted the Queen was on great form. The couple did not announce they would be attending the UK prior to their trip to Holland for the Invictus Games. Prince Harry has faced criticism for selective comments made in the same NBC interview. The prince described how he wanted to make sure the Queen was protected and had the right people around her. The comments struck many viewers as odd and reports speculate the prince may have used the interview to subtly denounce family members close to the Queen. In the interview, Prince Harry confirmed that his home for now remains in the United States with his wife and children. Harry, who lives in a £11 million mansion in Montecito with Meghan, 40, Archie, 2, and 10-month-old Lilibet, also claimed that, despite growing up and living in the UK for 2 years, America feels like home. But royal biographer Duncan Larkham, who wrote Prince Harry, The Untold Story and has accompanied the prince on many royal tours over the years, says his body language suggested otherwise. Duncan says, "While Harry is claiming he's happy in his new life, his face looked totally at odds with what he was saying. He seemed bitter and empty. I imagine anyone watching who used to know him will be worried about him after that interview. He just seemed desperate to justify his betrayal and convince the world, and himself, that it was worth it, and he's now happy. I imagine Meghan's really happy, but Harry looks more lost than ever." And now Duncan says that he doesn't believe the couple will come back for the Jubilee event, and that Harry's tell-all memoir, due out in the autumn, could inflict further damage. Duncan adds, "Even though they need their royal connection, I really don't think they'll return for the Jubilee. I think there's a genuine chance they'd be booed on the balcony, and that risk of humiliation will be too great for them. Harry says a lack of security is holding him back from coming, but I believe that's just an excuse. I think Meghan has a long-term game plan and always has done. You don't employ an army of lawyers, PRs and experts if you don't have a game plan. If part of that plan is to try to bring down the royal family, then they won't succeed, because Harry and Meghan aren't as popular as they'd perhaps hoped, and they aren't always credible they'd perhaps hoped.